You are welcome to Elipixelz Studios. I am your host, C.E.O. In this episode, we interview individuals who have excelled in their field of work. We ask them about how they started their journeys, their challenges, and their plans to make this world a better place. Please do well to subscribe, like, and comment. This is the blueprint. Today I have with me here the CEO of Elipixelz Studios. He is going to share with us how he began his journey, what inspired his vision to start this big edifice in Insawam. We are also going to ask him about his challenges and his plans for the future, especially for this studio which is situated in Insawam and serving the people and the great people of Insawam. You are welcome to the blueprints.
Thank you, Mr. Mo. I appreciate it very much.
Can you tell us some of the childhood memories that helped shape you into who you are today?
Yeah. Very interesting question. Well, I'll introduce myself.
Yeah.
My name is Masanti Kisi Eliezer. And I am the CEO of Elipixelz Studios. As you said, a beautiful edifice in Insawam. Trying to change the media aspect in Insawam at large. So yeah, coming to your question concerning my childhood, I had a very interesting childhood and upbringing from a very strong Christian family. A family of 6 siblings and parents, a mother and a father. My parents have been missionaries their whole lives. Until recently, my father passed away. And yes, I would say I basically come from a very strict home with very strong religious backgrounds. We are Christians, particularly Pentecostals. My father was a Pentecostal elder. My mother is a deaconess as well. And that's how we were all brought up, in a very strict Pentecostal way. So I'd say most of my life, not entirely, but most of my life has been majorly influenced by my early childhood upbringing. One interesting thing about my early childhood upbringing is my parents, when they started their missionary works, moved to the country called Israel, and that's where they started the missionary works for the Pentecostal. And that's where they did some magic, and I appeared there.
Okay.
I appeared there and spent quite a number of years there and came back to Ghana. And yes, it has been quite interesting in my family. We are a very loving, understanding family in Accra. Okay. So that's much about my childhood upbringing that I can remember.
Do you only have this studio, or you have other things you do?
Yeah.
And
I always say,
line of work.
People are some people, not everybody, I would say, are multi-talented. People also have a lot of ideas they wish to manifest. I'm also one kind who, I would say, when it comes to the area of art, art is an area that really strikes my interest. And when I say art, I'm talking about anything pleasant to the eyes, anything pleasant to the ears, This is something that really intrigues me. And from childhood, I've been very much interested in areas like this. Another interesting thing about my childhood was how music influenced me. I'm a great lover of music, and music will always be a part of me. And this is not the only edifice. I also have a musical studio.
Great.
It's also called the Incite Studio. And that's where I do a lot of musical recordings and also record other people as well who do come in there. And I always say that whenever I'm able to find myself in some level of art that suits me, I delve deeper into it. And that's why I also decided to delve deeper in the Elipixelz Studio. as well. So yes, I do also have a musical studio, and at the same time, I also work as a public relations officer for that is a company called the Orthopedic Training Center, and that is another area that I also find very self-fulfilling, because it's an area whereby I express myself very well, and I'm being myself, and I always feel self-fulfilled every morning when I wake up, understanding that I'm also there to serve a group of people who also need me one way or the other in helping change the lives of people. Yeah, so I'll say I'm three faces in one now.
So I think these three jobs are not that easy. Being a PRO, having a studio, being a musician yourself.
Yep, yes.
And then also having this studio.
Yes.
How do you manage these three works or these three professions?
Yes. The first thing I'd like to say is I think on a natural aspect, I think I've been blessed with the ability to multitask. I'm not a special multitasker, but I am able to multitask in areas that I would say I feel very comfortable in, and that's where I move my energies towards. I am very much able to mingle myself within these three phases I call myself. In doing that, you first have to have passion for it. If you don't have passion for it, I think you wouldn't be able to meander, you know. And in having passion, you need to spend time, quality time. You need to delve to do a lot of research. You need to also delve down to see how impactful it is going to change other people's lives. And that is what really is the epitome of the whole thing. So yes, I take time. I'm quite disciplined about my timing. I'm also very quite disciplined about my management of money. And also when it comes, I'm very goal oriented. So I just don't look at the current. I look at what I'm supposed to expect in the near coming future. And that is what really carries me on to set my, if I should play my Ludo well, so that I can get to the crown.
Great.
And yeah, that's how I take it. And it's always been step by step. There's never been it happening just in a split second. It has been like laying bricks step by step. I mean, in the beginning stages, it always looks like, when are you going to get there? But with the constant decision and constant endurance, you realize that as you lay these blocks bit by bit, they build up to become a whole house. But you need a good foundation, and the foundation needs to be very basic, very strong. And I guess that's what has really helped me in meandering through all of this.
So let's talk about Elipixelz Studios.
Yes.
What was your inspiration to start the studio in sound?
Yes.
What really inspired you to start this?
So what inspired? As I started my musical career, I got to realize how expensive music videos are. And in the quest to find a solution to that, I bought myself a camera. And buying myself a camera, I got to realize that there's no way you can actually take that camera to take your own self. You need someone to do that for you. And that's when you came in the picture.
Okay.
And you came in the picture purposely much more, I would say, when you were helping with the music area and playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
You remember that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I did that.
And I remember when we got the cameras and you were helping with that. And eventually, when you said, really, these cameras are lying down, I have a friend of mine who's doing the wedding. Well, wouldn't you help? I said, why not? They are laying down. Why don't we? And from there, you kind of brought my attention more to the fact that we could use these cameras to also change lives, do something impactful. And that's how it started. It just started with one camera.
Yeah.
But I always say the music has always been the mother of most of the things that birth out of me. Music is the first starter, and that's why I would always lean back on music, because I know it has helped me in so many areas. So yes, that's where the inspiration came from.
Great.
We started working, It was just friends helping friends, and now it has turned to helping people that we do not even know, but we are serving them by providing them with the best of quality in media content for them. So that's how we started.
Great. So let's talk about your music. Can you tell us what your stage name is?
You can call me Elisante. Elisante is my stage name.
Wow.
It's a mixed form of my full name.
Yeah.
It's Eliezer Kisia Sante, and I just sat down. That is way back in.
That's from.
Yes, way back in 2016 when I was in University of Education, Winneba.
Yeah.
I remember in my room when I officially was like, I need to start music professionally. I had saved a little bit of money to buy an acoustic guitar, and people used to enjoy the music that I was doing. I had already gone to MTN Hitmaker, MTN Project Fame in Nigeria, and I was back and I started university. So I had quite a number of people who knew me in the university, and I was like, I need to start this professionally. So I just coined the name Elisante. And that's what I've been using since then till now.
Yeah, that is a catchy name.
Oh, yes.
Elisante. That's great. So how can we find you on social media?
Okay, on social media, you can find me on all the platforms. You can find me, just type in ELISANTE on all social media platforms, and you get all my music content there.
Great. So let's talk about the future of Elipixelz Studios. Where do you see this studio growing up to become?
Yeah. So,
and what's your vision for it?
My vision for Elipixelz Studio is it should continue serving the purposes of providing people with best excellence in media content.
Great.
We are moving to a very interesting world whereby media is so powerful. And I think from Elipixelz Studio, we are much concerned about using the media for positive in changing people's lives and providing people with excellent media content, and also try to feed people with good information and how to better themselves and also change other people's lives. Because I always say that this life we come in is not necessarily about ourselves. It's much more about the next person to you. What can you do to change the person's life? And that has been one of the basic things that has been the success of me. I wouldn't say I'm not very parochial. If I say not very parochial, I do think about myself, but I think of other people more than myself. And my mother will always say that the lady did be no I dream her. And yes, that's how it's been. So that's basically some of the vision in mind for Elipixelz. I would not say I know entirely everything, because you never know what holds in the future. Greater tasks or responsibilities might come into add, and it will all build up the mission and vision of Elipixelz Studio.
So if you are looking for Elipixelz Studios, where can we find you?
I mean, Elipixelz Studio is currently located in Nsawam, Subzongo, in Salmadredri, Subzongo, in the eastern region of Ghana. And that's where you can locate us. We have our studios, beautiful studios there. Yeah, people should visit us and come and experience a difference.
Yeah. What about social media?
Social media is the same thing. Elipixelz, ELIPIXELZ. On all social media, Elipixelz, and then you are going to get us on all social media, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere.
Yeah. I must say this has been a hell of an interview.
Oh, interesting. Thank you.
I enjoyed the conversation we've had together.
Yes.
I'm hoping to see you once again on this channel.
Absolutely. Why not?
Thank you very much for coming.
It's a pleasure.
Eliezer Asante.
Thank you very much, Mr. Odami Wiafimu.
Yeah. All right. So this is the blueprint. You heard from the man himself, the CEO of Elipixelz Studios. He has shared with us what inspired him to start this beautiful edifice. You heard the vision for the studio. If you'd want to join us in this studio for a podcast, for an interview, we are open. We are in Nsawam. You can join Elipixelz Studios. We will give you a great work. If you need any photography, you can come to Elipixelz Studios. You can call us on our numbers will be placed right below the screen. Call us and then we will serve you anywhere in Ghana. We will come and give you the best of service. Thank you very much for joining us on the Blueprint. Please do well to subscribe, like, and comment, and we'll meet you in our next episode. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. This is the Blueprint.